Hello and welcome back to Experimental Deckbuilding. I'm Onitson, and today we are going back to taking a look at the experimental decks of the Friendship of Saruman Fellowship. Over here we have Theodred, Grima, and Galadriel. For deck 2 we have Fastred, Eowyn, and Eomer. We've already been through the basic idea of how these decks are supposed to run, and we have slightly struggled throwing them against the Nightmare version of Journey Along the Anduin, although that was largely due to some particularly nasty shadow effects that we essentially ran through all of our shadow cancellation before dealing with. So today we are going to be taking on a little bit of a bigger fish. Return to Mirkwood. Yes, that's right. We're taking a doomed deck against a quest that raises your threat so rapidly that it's practically required to have Lord Aragorn in the first place in order to beat it. But today we are going to give it a shot, and then we're going to go back to the drawing board after we lose our first try to say, well, what could we have done differently, or what tweaks could we make to make this deck able to deal with it? Deck 2 over here, the Rohan deck, is going to be our primary Gollum Guardian, largely due to Elfhelm. That will be particularly useful, I think. Although I think I will start with the first player taking control of Gollum. Now, looking at our opening hands, deck 1 definitely needs a better opening hand than this. That is a much, much better opening hand. I am, in fact, okay with this opening hand. I will note that I am particularly worried about about a couple of the treacheries, in particular Gollum's Bite. Deal 4 damage directly to a hero controlled by the player guarding Gollum. So that is something to keep in mind as we go forward, especially since our mulligan didn't give us a copy of the Test of Will. For deck 2, the opening hand is really, frankly, kind of lackluster, but it includes Elfhelm. So, as far as such things go, I think I'm going to take it. And let's go ahead and reveal 1 card per player from the encounter deck and get started. We start out with some wargs and wasted provisions. Discard the top 10 cards of my deck. I lose Arwen, Orthanc Guard, Warden of Healing, Word of Command, Keys of Orthanc, Protector of Lorien, Steward of Orthanc, Unexpected Courage, Saruman, and a Sneak Attack. There was some good stuff in there. But it could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse. Now, let's go ahead and take control of the heroes over there. And we start with double back, and we draw a second copy of Orcrist. That's not particularly helpful, but let's play double back. Galadriel will draw the Rohan deck a card. Rider of the Mark, that's something. So, the first thing we're going to do is Doomed 1 and play Arwen. And then just save everything else. We'll keep Gollum over there. And here we go. Alright. For deck 2, we will save all of our spirit resources. And we will be taking an awful risk here. We'll see if it works. We guarded Orcrist with an Attercop. I think this is what we call game over. That was fast. I'm not even going to bother trying to play that one through. When you don't have a chump blocker and a means of getting rid of it early, Attercop can be a game ender. So we didn't even really get a chance to play there. Let's fix the visibility on our decks. We have a Necklace of Girion, some shadow cancellation, a little bit of willpower. Testful's dice. Having an Orthanc Guard from the beginning is nice. I'd really kind of like Arwen, but I don't have to have Arwen. Nah, we'll take a mulligan there. Oh, and that's just beautiful. That's just beautiful indeed. For deck 2, I really kind of think I want Elfhelm. And or a Snowborn Scout for chump blocking purposes. I suppose I'll take that. Let's go ahead and load Return to Mirkwood. And we'll see if this goes any better. Take control of Gollum. Flip 1. Oh, that's quite nice. Flip 2. Ooh. Very nice indeed. And let's go ahead and get started. We will play down, double back. We will play Deep Knowledge. Drawing 2 cards, raising our threat by 2. Ooh, Treebeard. Drawing 2 cards, and raising our threat by 2. Ooh, very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's go Doomed 1 and just get Treebeard in on turn 1. Extra resource every round. And that's deck 1's planning. Deck 2, I would really kind of like to see... Well, the first thing we're going to do is drop an Ancient Matham on one of these Woodman's Glades, the one we're planning on traveling to. And then let's drop down a Mustering the Rohirrim. Look at the top 10 cards of my deck. And out of all of these cards, my choices are Snowborn Scout, Rider of the Mark, or Rider of Rohan. I want the Snowborn Scout, which I'm going to play. Placing a progress token on that one. And now I have Addercup fodder. Not that that'll last too long, but, you know, gotta give it a shot. Really should have had the Rohan deck guarding Gollum, but that's okay. Let's draw ourselves an extra card and lower our threat, and let's doom ourselves a little bit more. Saruman, a second sneak attack. A second double back, and another Doomsday Warning. This is going to be very interesting. So, there is 4 threat in the staging area, and we want to make some progress. A fair deal of progress, actually. Let's bring in Theodred and Grima. Resource and Theodred. You know, for sneak attack purposes later on. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 against 4. 8. Yeah, okay, this is going to be rather tricky. The first reveal, Wood Elf's Path, that's fine. The second reveal, Caught in a Web. Grima is fine. So we've added 1 threat. We're making 2 progress. I could ditch a card to Eowyn to make it 3, but since it wouldn't actually change that, I think we're fine. I did not leave a hero up to exhaustive travel, so in fact we will travel to the Wood Elf's Glade, passing Gollum over to the Rohan deck. Maybe. No. I actually think we'll leave it. Let's ready everybody up, except for Grima. Draw a hasty stroke. Draw a word of command. Ooh. In the resource, oh yes, and raise our threat by 3 for Gollum. You know, Gollum's going to stay over here for a little bit. In the resource phase, we will... Oh, Grima should still be getting resources. I'll note that. No, there's no point. Ooh, yes there is. We will sneak attack Gandalf to drop our threat by 5. And then we will spend Grima's resource to play Word of Command, exhausting Gandalf to look through our entire deck for a single card. The card we want... Keys of Orthanc, I think. I mean, there's a lot of different cards we could grab. Many of them would be important. There's only a single copy of Unexpected Courage. That's something that probably needs to be rectified. I'm thinking we can just grab the Keys of Orthanc, though. They'll start giving us more resources. No, that's not what we need most. Right now, out of all the things we could possibly have, all the things we could possibly do in the world, we want the Ancestral Armor. We need to get a good defender online. And at the end of resource phase, Gandalf comes back to hand. Over here, let's play second double back. We may even get to quest against it. Let's play Oh, that would have been a good reason to travel to the Wood Elf path. I could have dropped down a West Road Traveler. Well, that's it, not it. No time for that now. Let's look at the top 10 cards, see if we can grab Elf Helm this time. No Elf Helm? Let's just grab a Rider of Rohan. And let's start boosting Fastred. I think that will also be an important thing to do. Over here, we'll do Doomed 1. And play down an Orthanc Guard. We'll quest without exhausting. And that will be it. Questing. Theodred, adding his resource to himself. Well, okay. Eowyn. Theodred adding his resource to himself. Your Orthanc Guard without exhausting, and Treebeard. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Against 5 in the staging area. And actually, in the quest phase, we will also add Gandalf. That was not it. Dropping our threat by 5. And making it 12. You know, in retrospect, I should probably have done the word of command trick with Gandalf during the quest phase and saved a sneak attack for combat phase. But I didn't. So 12 against 5. First reveal, Goblin Sniper. Second is Spider's Ring. We've added 5, making 2 progress, just barely clearing. Double back. Very nice indeed. Galadriel will lower our threat and draw us a card. And we will not travel to the Wood Elf's path. Travel to the Spider's Ring. We will optionally engage a Goblin Sniper. And Fastred will block it. Whew! Very nice. Dropping our threat by 2 to return it to the staging area at the end of the combat phase. And Gandalf came back to hand after questing. And so he will deal a point of damage to Grima. Player Gouging Gollum cannot change. So, increase my threat by 3 there. And give Grima the resource that locking him kind of stopped. Okay. Let's play down a wild stallion and exhaust it to attach it to the Orthanc Guard. It's now defending for 3. Over here we drew Orcrist. Oh, that's very good. Is there anything else we want to do? Yes, I think we want to doom ourselves and put a Warden of Healing into play. And over here, we will put out a Rider of Rohan, who now quests without exhausting. Okay. Questing is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And Eomer will attack, spending his resource to kill a Goblin Sniper. So it's 12 against 5. And we are going to quest against that double back. First reveal is wargs, that's fine. Second reveal is a king spider. I'll exhaust a... Rider of Rohan, I suppose. Each player must exhaust it. We'll exhaust the Warden of Healing. So we've added 4. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We make 3 progress. Let's Elrond's Council to make it 4. And we will travel to the Woodman's Glade, exhausting Galadriel to do so. We lose out on a little bit of threat reduction there, but that's okay, I think. Bring down the wargs over here, bring down the king spider over here. Now, that's more than slightly annoying, but that's okay. I'll have to take the wargs undefended. Damage from undefended attacks must be placed on Gollum. We'll block the king spider with Fastred. Good to see the Attercop go. We will send the spider back up to the staging area to reduce our threat by 2. We have no... Oh, yeah. I could have done that with Treebeard and defended. There was no shadow effect on the wargs, so they returned to the staging area as well, in which case I'm not going to bother readying Treebeard. So we'll ready everybody up. I'll take 3 more threat from Gollum. Give Greenwood the resource. We're here, we drew another hasty stroke. That's fine. Let's play Orcrist, guarded by Dry Watercourse. Fine with that. Let's spend 1 also to put another Ancient Matham up there. Really get some card draw going. We are again going to do Doomed 1. This time we're going to get in Arwen, who will make this Orthanc Guard 4 defense, well, next round, 4 defense and Sentinel, which will be important, I think. And over here, nothing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 in staging. Galadriel will drum. Okay. That's good to note. Ooh. Now we'll wait on Saruman. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 against 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11 against 9 in staging. You know, well, we're gonna quest with the Orthanc Guard too. That gives us 13. Still not likely to clear double back, but we might just make 1 progress on Woodman's Glade. First reveal, Mirkwood Batch Switch Surge, Eyes of the Forest. We each discard all of our events. There go the hasty strokes. And the second card is Brown Lands, which goes up by 6. So we fail the quest by 2. That will be fun. And I'm about to lose that Warden of Healing, so we'll go ahead and heal that. Optionally engage the Mirkwood bats, deal a point of damage to every character controlled by the character Gollum. Gollum. And then let's get some wargs and spiders out of the way. Just like so. Let's go the other way around though. So oh no, shadows go the other way. Let's block the bats with Arwen, giving herself her boost. And discard the top 5 cards in my deck. That's the wrong top 5 cards. Over here. We lose Saruman, Keys, Steward, Elven Light, and number 5 is a second Steward. And then let's ready Treebeard and block the wargs. 3, Treebeard takes a damage, and the wargs stay engaged. Fastred will block the spider, not triggering his ability, and Aylmer and the Rider of Rohan together will kill it. You know, it's something. Okay, let's ready everybody up. Draw Rider of Rohan, draw an Errand Rider. That's all fine. We raise our threat by 3 again. Let's get Ancestral Armor on the Isengard, who is now 6 defense and quite a few hit points. Let's doom in another Warden of Healing. And there we go. Over here, we'll play a Westroad Traveler, switching out that Woodman's Blade, which I had hoped to clear for the Brown lands, which we kind of have to. And there's 2, 4, 6, 7 in the staging area. We'll quest for 1 to himself, 2 for the Warden, 3, 4 for Arwen, targeting the guard. 5, 6 for Treebeard, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 with the Rider. Questing for 14. We need to make 3 progress. First reveal is Atacop. That will be fun. Second reveal is the East Bite, meaning we've added 3. We make 1, 2, 3, 4. Clearing the Brown lands and dropping our threat by 5. That was a little bit too much. Let's try 29. There we are. We are forced to travel to the East Bite. And Galadriel will reduce the Rohan deck's threat by 1 and draw out a card. Right of their mark, that's fine. Atacop at the beginning of the encounter phase will automatically engage me. And I will now be sitting here wishing that I had given Fastred Sentinel ready Treebeard. Your Isengard with 6 defense and 5 hit points, 4 hit points remaining, will block Attercop, taking 2 damage. Treebeard will block the wargs, discarding 5 more cards. Arwen, sneak attack, Steward, word command, Wild Stallion. And block the Mirkwood bats with the Warden of Healing. We'll exhaust Gollum. That was not so fun. Grima gets a resource. And we drew Rider of the Mark. Let's spend a resource. Now we'll spend 3 resources on getting out a Rider of Rohan. Oh yes, and we raise our threat by 3. And we are going to choose to transfer Gollum this time. So, with Aylmer's resources, we could get out an Errand Rider and boost up Fastred's defense by 1 more. Or we could play Hurl. Actually, that's not a half bad idea. Right there. That will give us, hopefully, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Enough attack to kill Attercop if we chump with the Snowborn Scout. Not bad at all, I say. And then over here, I think it might, well, actually, first I think it's time for Elven Light. Spending a resource, bringing it into play to draw a card. All 3 of our Steward of Orthancs are in the discard pile. So, yeah, we're not going to get the multiple readying from the Steward of Orthanc each round, but that's fine. You know, no, I don't think I'm going to pull it from the discard pile yet. I'm going to use it as disposable readying for the Orthanc Guard after questing. So, speaking of questing, I think, well, alright, how much can I quest for right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 against 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the staging area. I can make the 18 with Elrond's Counsel. And I can discard Elven Light to Eowyn to make it 19. 19 against 7. We would have to reveal 6 or more in order to not clear the East Bite. And that's all I want to do, is clear the East Bite. But in order to make doubly certain that we do, here's Gandalf. We're drawing cards with him, I think. And with Sentinel, we could even have Gandalf defend Attercop. So, questing is 4, 5. Oh, and we'll use Galadriel to draw a card over here. Ooh, another Snowborn Scout. Should have done that beforehand. I could have triggered this Woodsman's Glade. That's fine. I'll travel to... I might travel to Dry Watercourse if I can't draw a Rittermark's Finest. So, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Targeting... Now, still targeting the guard here. It's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. Okay. Against 7. First reveal. Mountains of Mirkwood, that's fine. Second reveal. Gollum's Bite. Ooh, and this is practically a game ender. Deal 4 damage to a hero controlled by the player guarding Gollum. Well, that's... I lose a hero. It's annoying. Let's see if we can muddle through. Can we do it without Fastred? Let's see if we can do it without Fastred. Or Eowyn, maybe? This is why I was trying to dig with Gandalf there. Oh, that's... that was the other reason why I wanted to pull Elven Light up, was so I could have a test of will. Well, too late. Let's... actually... Yep, 4 damage to Fastred, and there he goes. And that's really annoying, and then Gollum moves. Which is fine, I suppose. We've added 2 threat, and so we make 10 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Travel to the Dried Watercourse, I think. Oh, and that's going to put all of my, we're also going to Doomed 1 in an Elven Light, which draws us a card and readies the Isengard. Should have had Galadriel drop it here. And maybe discard it again to Eowyn? And play it, draw it again. Okay. And now we go like this. Take the bats undefended, putting the damage on Gollum. Use the Warden of Healing to heal up a damage on the Isengard. To damage on Galadriel. Treebeard. Okay, let's see. I could use the Orthanc Guard to block Attercop. And then I could strike back with 8, doing 4 damage to it. It's not quite enough to kill it. But let's do that. It is not undefended, so we'll take 2 more damage, and then I'll take the wargs undefended. Oh, Spider's Ring is in fact the active location now, everybody. That wasn't what I wanted. There. Dealing 3 damage to Galadriel. This, however, allows Treebeard to strike back and kill the wargs, Gandalf to strike back and kill the bats. Oh no, I couldn't have done that, because 3 damage undefended would have killed Gollum. Well, in that case, Treebeard will have blocked the wargs, meaning that the Spider's Ring didn't do that. Because the alternative is immediately losing the game, which we shall pretend that I'm not stupid enough to forget that happened. What would have happened? And so Gandalf would have killed the wargs, leaving Attercop untouched. At the end of the round, threat goes up by 3, and we transfer Gollum. And we ready, everybody. Okay, mustering the Rohirrim. Let's drop out another Snowborn Scout. Right there. We'll draw 6. There we go. That's useful. Gandalf left to play. And Galadriel will drop our threat over here by 1. Drawing us Errand Rider. Well, let's play Mustering the Rohirrim. Search the top 10 cards and find some more willpower, I suppose. That was Mustering the Rohirrim. Seriously, no elf helm yet. I can still nearly kill Attercop in a single turn. 2 turns will do it. And I have 2 Snowborn Scouts, so there we are. You know what? Let's Doomed in this Unexpected Courage. And play with one of Thadred's resources, Nenya, and play with Grima, Protector of Lorien. There we go. And I think it is about time to start really moving on the quest. So, there's... Oh, also, when we cleared that Woodman's Glade, we should have dropped this deck's threat by 2. Good to note. Perhaps important to note. We're now on a time frame as our reliable threat reduction for this deck is gone, so let's see what we can do about it. Quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 13 against 5. Will reveal wasted provisions. That's 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, not Elfhelm, so hopefully we're closer to that. And then we pick a new player to guard Gollum. I may have messed that up slightly in with previous reveals of this one. Second reveal is a Mirkwood Bats. Well, that's exciting. So we've added a grand total of 1. Oh, and that means I needed to discard 10 here as well. Because Dry Water Course does that. So I'm now out of cards in this deck, which is beautiful. We're making 7 progress. And Galadriel will make that 11. 11 is more than enough to clear this off. Elmar will get Orcrist. He's now attacking for 5. Advance to the next stage of the quest. Player guarding Gollum cannot commit characters to the quest. That's all good and nice. The healer will heal up Orthanc Guard and Gollum before engaging the bats and unceremoniously dying, as well as everybody else. Taking a point of damage. Really? Oh, also traveling. Did I want to? Oh, I think that's Arwen dead too. Which is unfortunate. Are there ways around this? I suppose I could have traveled to the Wood Elf path, which would have put Gollum over here and would have lost all of that. Would have had nothing to block the attack with Addercop. Well, other than the Orthanc Guard, who could have essentially trumped it, which isn't what we're after. No, actually, that actually might be a better idea. Retconning everybody. If we traveled to the Wood Elf path instead, moving Gollum over here, these bats would have engaged over here. We'd have lost those. Start of the combat phase, beginning of the encounter phase, Addercop goes over there. Just ensuring distribution of shadow effects is correct. And now, So, what do we do? Okay, Treebeard obviously blocks that one. Woo! Raise defending player's threat by 4. Then, spends 2 resources to ready. I'll drop the Orthanc card to block that one. And I think we'll chump block with a Rider. No. With Curel. Ahaha, of course he does. And we'll chump with a Rider as well. And then we'll go back to the top. We can't do anything about that. Treebeard kills those bats. Rider of Rohan kills those bats. And Aylmer puts the damage on the Attercop. And then boosts his threat like that. I'm not sure that this is better. Oh, there's Elfhelm, I found it. Drop an Errand Rider. That's a good start. And over here, Grima gets a resource. Drop Gandalf. Lower threat. Oh, can't commit Eowyn to the quest. That's fine. No, don't drop threat. There. Now we'll quest. One. Just a second. I had enough resources for that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I had 3 on Theodred. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Targeting Gandalf. 9. Is that all we have? 9 against 4. Well, we are not defenseless. First reveal is the Wolf Rider, which surges into bats, which surges into Anguish, which is a threat raise of 8. And card 2 is a Wood Elf Path. We've added 3. We're making currently 2 progress. Adding in Galadriel with Nenya. Now we're making in 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is exactly what we needed. Advance to the Elven King's Halls. And healing, like so. There's the Wolf Rider. We will drop threat by 1 and draw a card. Cannot play cards from hand, that's fine. And we will also bring in the bats. Travel to Woodman's Glade, like that. And deal a damage to every character controlled by the player guarding Gollum. Shadow. Shadow, shadow. Okay. Gandalf blocks the Addercop because he's Sentinel due to Arwen. Survives. Guard blocks Wolf Rider. That's good. Take the bats undefended. 2 damage to a hero controlled by the player guarding Gollum. Well, there goes Eowyn. Not much I could have done about that, though, so... Eomer strikes back, killing Addercop and getting a resource from Orcrist. And... Gandalf leaves play. We raise our threat by 3. And ready everybody up. Drawing new cards. There's Cure again. Out he comes. This is exciting. A little too exciting, if you ask me. Can't do that. I can't play Cure. Not this round. Let's heal up Eomer and Gollum, shall we? And have this deck reduce its threat by 1 and draw a card. Oh great, another one I can't play. Okay. Oh, that was an extra damage. Shouldn't have been there. Let's drop down an Orthanc Guard like that. I have 2 defenses. If needed. Alright, so now we're nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Against 4 against 3 in the staging area. Let's discard to protect. Oh, also while we're at it, let's play another Protector of Lorien. Right there. 4 against 3 in the staging area. First reveal, Spider's Ring. Second is E-Spite. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 against 7 with Galadriel and Nenya added. We're up to 8 against 7. We need 8 more progress. So there's 1, 2, 9, 10, because we have a Rider of Rohan there as well. Sorry. That drops our threat by 6 and boosts our willpower by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're now making 5 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still need 4 more, which will be dealt with. 1, 2, 3. Not 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 with an Orthanc Guard. We make 9 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. dropping our threat by 2 and advancing. At the beginning of the combat phase, all enemies in play engage the player guarding Gollum, and I am forced to travel to the East Bight. Okay. Here we go. We lose the errand rider, the rider of Rohan, and Éomer, and Gollum each take a damage. But I think we got this. We'll deal out the shadow cards. Or thank guard, we'll block first the bats. And there's game. Oh man, we almost made it too. Because I have a hasty stroke that I can't play. Whew. Well, good game. Not having cancellation. I really feel like this would have gone a whole lot better if I just had a test of will at the moment I needed it. Then I would still have had Éowyn up and Fastrid to cancel that hasty stroke. Yeah. That shadow would have been... Okay. And then the 2 reveals, let's see what would have been coming up. 1, 2, assuming we could have quested past that, which is perhaps a dubious assumption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'd be questing with 12, perhaps 14, 15, 16 even perhaps. So 16 against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'd make 6 progress, which would have just barely cleared it. And then we could have discarded cards to protect Lorien. We would have made the progress, there would have been no enemies in play. Now there would have been a single enemy in play, which would have engaged over here, and Treebeard would have killed it. Yeah, we were 1 turn away from doing it. 1 bad shadow effect, which is really the accumulation of a lot of bad luck this game. But, all that said, this has been fun. We will come back with our decks perhaps slightly more tweaked. Double the cancellation, that sort of thing. You know. Anyways, see you back sometime in the reasonably near future on Experimental Deck Building.